not joking. All my guys, them know me.
Nobody tells you about the shame of moving back to Nigeria. It's crazy how people see moving abroad as success and moving back to Nigeria as failure. And most times you find yourself over-explaining to people who will never understand and at the same time don't care. Sadly, the moment you move back to Nigeria from abroad, people automatically assume you failed. Hello guys, what's up and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new on this channel, please like this video, subscribe, click the notification bell so that whenever I post, you'll be the first to find out. You guys might be hearing coco. I have this wristband here. I remember the day I went out with my husband and it was just making a lot of noise. He looked at me and was like, what are you wearing? What's going on here? Are we going for a war? Is there a war happening? And I don't know because this looks like weapon. Anyway, I will try my best to reduce my hand gesture. As you guys already know, I moved back from UK to Nigeria 2 months ago. Guys, it's going to be 3 months very soon. Time does fly. Let me tell you something, right? The shame of coming back to Nigeria is real. If you've been following me on social media, YouTube has even been calm. See, shout out to you guys. YouTube will forever be my safe space. I don't think I want to ever stop doing YouTube. You guys are so matured. You guys are so well behaved. You guys are so understanding. You're so intelligent. On the other hand, when you move to Instagram and TikTok, comments there are vile. And you're like, who raised these humans? Who are you? Do I owe you any explanation? I keep getting comments like, you're a liar. It's not possible to be a British citizen in 6 years. This one don't find COS. It don't come back house. Don't worry, I give you 3 months. You will run back. You know, vile comments. Let me tell you something. They don't get to me. So I just came back to Nigeria from the UK, and let me tell you, supermarket shopping humbled me fast. Walked in confidently with my carts, moving from aisle to aisle, thinking I would just pick a few things. Then I started checking the prices, and I almost dropped half the things back because more things are so expensive. I was genuinely shocked. But then I remembered MonieWorld by Moniepoint. Put down my phone right there and converted pounds to naira. With the boosted rates, you get an extra 20 naira for every £1 you send. And this is valid for 60 days from the date you sign up. Since I got back, I've been using MonieWorld by Moniepoint for all of my transfers because they have favorable exchange rates, 0 transfer fees, and my money lands quickly. Whether you're supporting family, paying school fees, handling businesses, investing, or just sorting out other family expenses back home, MonieWorld by Moniepoint makes it seamless. And signing up is super easy. Just download the app and use my code Melissa to get 20 naira for every £1 you send. If you're in the UK and you're spending or sending money back home, make sure you're getting the best value, and don't forget to use my code Melissa when you sign up. Thank you so much, MonieWorld by Moniepoint, for sponsoring today's video. I've been a creator for a little over 4 years. These things do not get to me. I just want to talk about it on my channel so as to educate people and make them understand that coming back to Nigeria does not mean that someone has failed, because it's quite obvious that lots of people are still living in the 80s, in the 70s. They don't really understand that this is 2025, and millennials and Gen Z, we are not taking mediocre. We are not moving with the crowd. A lot of us have opened our eyes. We take the bull by the horn. That's why you see a Gen Z living abroad will tell you, me, I don't have money, I blocked up my family members. That's because I want to settle down. I want to face myself, face my career, face my future in the abroad. When I make it, I will unblock them. Making these moves that our aunties, our uncles, our parents could not make. Growing up, I'm sure we all had one uncle or one auntie somewhere that lived abroad, that enslaved themselves. It's not new to us when we hear that, he lived abroad for 30 years, 40 years, and did not make anything out of his life. They don't even build one block, because it's still these family members that will mock you for living abroad without making a name for yourself or without doing anything positive for yourself. So, but our generation, we now know better. We don't care. We just do what we have to do for ourselves. And talking about our uncles and aunties, it's very common for you to hear, oh, my auntie in America, my uncle in UK, my auntie in Canada, and all that. But how many times did we actually see this, our aunties and our uncles, eye to eye or face to face throughout the years of growing up? We just knew that we had one auntie and uncle somewhere, supporting our family and all that. But most of us didn't actually get to see this, our relatives. Even if we did, maybe once. That's because that generation absolutely believed in fronting. If they don't have money, they cannot come back home. Coming back home to them means they are coming to show their wealth, because a lot is expected of them back home. That's why when our aunties and our uncles will come back with just maybe Pringles or chocolates or one tiny perfume or lipstick and share these things around, you see people, cousins, going to one corner and say, just look at, so after how many years abroad, you just lipstick that this auntie could bring, or is this thing that this uncle could bring. But this our generation, we no green. Or whether you like it or not, a lot of people are silently moving back home, quietly moving back home, and not just from the UK, even in America. This Japada has really opened my eyes that, see, I'm not alone. And the difference between me and so many other people is that I came here on my own accord. I came here because I want to come back. I did not come here because of pressure, societal pressure. I did not come here because of papers issue or immigration problem or whatsoever. Not at all. I came here on my own accord. And trust me, I know I'm not alone. We all come back home for different reasons. And trust me, I'm not about to overflog the reason why I came back home. Not at all. I'm absolutely not going to do that in this video. But let's just talk about the shame, right? You know, you go online and people are trolling you, even physically, like in your environments, everywhere, your old schoolmates, people are chatting you up. Why are you back? As though it's a plague, like it's a curse, or it's a problem or an issue for you to come back to your home country. From some of the comments that I got online, I saw some really ridiculous ones that I'm like, whoa. I mean, imagine somebody saying, shut up your mouth, you came back home and you're wagging your tongue, enter inside house. Okay, if you like Nigeria that much, tear your British passport. I'm like, hey, hold up. How did tear your British passport enter the matter? How? Like, how lame can you actually be directing me to tear my British passport because I choose to come back to Nigeria? I chose to come back to Nigeria does not mean I'm stuck here. That's the difference between me and you. Hello? I came back to Nigeria because I want to come back to Nigeria. If I decide that, oh, next week I want to go to the UK and I have money for flight, boom, one flight. I don't need to go through getting a visa or anything. Or today, if I choose that, oh, I want to go to 186 countries, I absolutely do not need a visa. And that is the thing you want me to tear to prove a point to you. Oh God, how laughable. As far as I'm concerned, it takes a lot of courage to come back to Nigeria. Things have changed. Times have changed. People are living their daily lives. People are going to work. They are going to church. They are going to school. Living their lives. Literally. Okay, I went somewhere a few days ago. And if you see the cars that were parked there, I even want to carry my own and shook one side. You needed to see cars. These are even the cars that I barely even saw in the UK. We know what UK is like now. Me and you, we know now. UK, that people will ride those small cars just to move from one place to another. On credit, though. But here, we know it's cash. People are balling. So I don't understand the mentality of thinking Nigeria is dark and abroad is white. Living in Nigeria means you failed in life, and living abroad means you're successful. Do you know the wealthy people, not rich, wealthy people that live here spend their money. They don't live on credit. There is nothing like credit system here. They don't live on credit. You wake up today, you say that you want to buy a house, a mansion, and you will pay cash. You bring out 500 million naira and you buy your house. You say you want to buy a Benz, the latest car, you bring out 100 million and you pay it and you buy that car. These are the people that live in Nigeria. Yes, I understand classism works very well in this country. Where we have very wealthy people is the same way we have very poor people. But what I'm trying to make you understand right now is that Nigeria is actually what you make of it. Coming back to Nigeria does not mean you failed. Not to encourage Japada, you guys know me. If you've watched me for years, you will know that one thing that I would always do is to give you the pros and the cons of everything. But I try to give you a balanced overview of whatever information that I am passing. When I visited Canada, I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about what anyone had to say. I came out here to give you guys the pros of living in Canada, the cons of living in Canada, the differences between Canada and the UK. I broke it down, even though a lot of people were wailing in the comment section, because when I pilot was talking about UK in a positive light, Canadians are pissed. When I moved towards talking about Canada in a positive light, UK people are pissed. But that's why I'm here to tell you guys that you cannot please anyone. So this goes out to people that are living in the abroad. It doesn't have to be UK, wherever it is. As long as you're not living in Nigeria, you're a Nigerian or you're an African that is living abroad and you feel like you're struggling, you're unable to do anything for yourself. Let me tell you guys something. I was having this conversation with my friend the other day. Time flies so fast that you don't realize when you count 5 years abroad, 10 years abroad, 15 years abroad, and you look back, there is actually nothing you've done. Because whether you like it or not, most people tend to live paycheck to paycheck. At the end of the month, you're in minus, you're in zero, because you're literally owing your credit card or you're depending on your credit card. That's the system of the West, which if you don't manage yourself very well, after living there for so many years, you can't even give account of anything. You've not gotten yourself a mortgage. You've not done anything for your people back home. You don't have a house anywhere. You don't have a business anywhere. You're just on your job, month in, month out, pay in, pay out. Paycheck is coming in, expenditures are going out, nothing, no savings. No, if you don't trade carefully, time flies, because the life there is so fast-paced that most times, especially if you're doing 9 to 5, you realize that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You're not thinking outside the box of what to do with your life. On that note, I want to say this, right? If you feel stuck abroad, if you feel like you're not thriving abroad, if you feel like you can't do anything for yourself abroad, and you do not want to come back home or go to another country because of the shame, because of what people have to say. It doesn't even have to be Nigeria. If you feel like UK is not working well for you, you can try going to Canada. If you feel like Canada is not working well for you, you can go to Ghana. Just move. That's why there is migration, there is immigration, there is emigration. Just move. Don't wallow in misery. People will yap. The crazy thing? That's the worst thing they can do. They can't do anything more than yap. They can't do anything more than talk. And when they talk today, talk tomorrow, talk next tomorrow, they move on to the next person. Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody has you in their head. Everybody is selfish. We are living in a very selfish world where people don't care. Except it benefits them, they simply don't care. So they will throw you and move to the next person. On that note, think well, make your plans. Like I said, guys, I'm not encouraging anybody to come back to Nigeria. I would never do that. But if you feel you will do better here, let's say you have a house somewhere before you traveled and it's still there, that's rent off your head. You can then make plans on how to start a business or how to do something. As long as you're happy, whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. I'm just trying to say that wherever it is that you want to do for yourself, do it. Choose yourself. You come first, block the noise, do what is best for you. Like I said, I am not clamoring for anybody to japada. I am only clamoring for anybody watching me right now to do what is best for them. Because the truth is that people will talk. But do you know what? They are going to be all right. They are going to be okay. In 6 months' time, nobody's going to be talking about your japada because they're already used to you. They will move on to the next person that wants to japada. It's absolutely horrendous how you want to see me move to Canada. If I had moved from UK to Canada, maybe a few people would have still trolled, Nigerians, now they stay one place, sit down one place. Now know the rest, follow. You are never satisfied on top your own decision, on top your own money, on top your own choice. So you see life, right? So they will still talk. If I had moved to Canada, they would have stopped. Now that I'm in Nigeria, they're talking. The only time they probably may not talk, that they even applaud is if you choose to move, like not me, because if I choose to move back to Canada, they will still talk. They will laugh. Hey, Nigeria, I don't want bro, and Nigeria, I don't. Without knowing that has been the plan all along. I'm just like a random person living in Nigeria now. She wake up one morning and decide that they want to move to the UK. You don't escape Nigeria. Hey, this one, that one. Applaud. But anybody that chooses to come, when somebody chooses to do the reverse, it's a problem. Can you see that we are in trouble at this point? Do you agree with me when I say we are in trouble? Yes, we are in trouble. There's a very big problem going on right now with us, with our mentality. We need help. We need God. So if you're one of those shaming people that choose to japada, I hope you realize what you're doing to yourself. Like, I just hope you realize, because people are taking courage. They're taking the bull by the horn. They are doing what is best for them. And you're somewhere in your room with your phone and you're trolling them. And you know the worst part? It's actually Nigerians living in the UK that are trolling me more. Nigerians in the UK, Nigerians in Canada, they are the ones trolling me more. They are the ones that seem to have a problem with me coming back home. So let me know in the comment section, do you belong to the older generation that is trapped abroad? You want to come back to Nigeria, unfortunately you're unable to make that decision because of what people will say. Share in the comment section. Or do you belong to the category of I will never come to Nigeria? You see that abroad, I died there, I will never. Share, of course, in the comment section. Or do you fall into my category of people that can decide to live wherever they want to and they go still do all right? They know they look anybody face. They just do what's best for them. Share, of course, in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna see you all in my next one, guys. Bye.